viewers, non-expert fisherman here. That's right, I'm at home and I'm inside, chilling out on a Sunday. Boy Wonders down here is learning how to drive on a new driving simulator called GTA 5. So, I know what you're thinking, viewers. It's a violent game, but it's okay. I've done the research and there is no correlation between violent video games and children being violent, okay? However, he did attack me with a knife yesterday, which is a little bit of a worry. But look, he did so. He attacked me with a knife, so he did so. Now, let's move on. We'll let the police sort that out. Now, what are we doing? Alright, so a little bit of an update. Now, I'm looking in the cupboard the other day, and guess what I find? Another camera! Another camera! Unbelievable. I forgot I had it. Anyway, it's been in there for about 2 years, and I checked the photos. Last time I took a photo on it was about 2.5 years ago when we were living in northern New South Wales. Now, the good news is that it works really well out in the sunlight. It's not like the one that you're looking through now, which is shit outside. It works alright inside, but not outside. This one works really good outside, so I can use it for panoramic viewing. So I can show you the sights and the environment and what's sort of out there. So that's good. Bad news is, you've got to buy bloody batteries for it. It's not one of those plug-in ones. You've got to go buy the batteries for it, and the only batteries it'll work with are the lithium batteries, which are about $20 a packet for 4 of them. Now, that's a bit of a bugger because it means it's going to limit what I can do with that camera. So I've got a bit of a game plan. I'm going to use my little pretend GoPro to film the fishing on the kayak, or if I'm fishing from land, so I can hook it on my belt or put it on a little tripod and, you know, stick it on the kayak, which works okay. And I will use this one for the panoramic shots, just to show you where I am and catch a bit of the scenery. And I will use the camera that you're looking through now to just do vlogs, indoor stuff, and the odd outdoor stuff. So it'll be sort of like a backup camera. Yeah, so that's a bit of an update on the camera situation. So I'm a little bit excited about that because now I've got 3 cameras. Now let's talk about the cameras. I've been having trouble with this one. Not any fault of the camera. It's my fault. I keep forgetting the SD card. So I take it out, put it in the computer, and I forget to put it back in the camera. So I've been out a couple of times where no SD card. I've also gone out and had the SD card, and I have charged the phone up, and I have charged the camera up. However, I have left the camera on, which means that which means that I charge the camera up, and then it just goes flat. So that's been a bit of a challenge, but I'm learning from that, and now I've worked out that what I need to do is to check the camera before I leave. Oh, dogs are going to bark at something. Anyway. I think the dogs have scared somebody. Oh well, they'll be right now. So what I've learned is to check the camera before I leave. I've got to check the camera before I go fishing. Alright. What else? Now listen, for the kids out there, phones and washing machines do not mix, okay? Put the phone in the washing machine, left the phone in the top pocket of my shirt, put the shirt in the washing machine, wash the phone. Good news, the phone's nice and clean. Bad news, doesn't work anymore. I'll give it a go. No, doesn't work. I just wanted to show you viewers, especially the younger viewers, something really interesting. Now these things here, with the numbers on them, they're called buttons. Now buttons are things that we used to use in the olden days to put information into a phone, like numbers and so forth. So I just thought that would be an interesting a history lesson for the younger viewers out there. Now, I have moved into the modern world. That's right, I went out and bought a new phone. Are you ready for it? The great unveiling of the new phone? Here it is. This is called a modern phone, okay? Now, why is it a modern phone? Well, look at the size of the buttons on it and the size of the numbers. This enables me to see the numbers better, and it also enables me to push them without pushing other buttons, which is an issue. So technology has really made a huge step forward, and if I press the button, it turns on. So you just press it and it turns on. Now, the great thing about this phone is you can ring people up on it. So you put the numbers in, the number of someone else's telephone, their phone rings, and you can talk to them on the phone. Also, another great feature of this phone is that you can actually, there's little numbers, there's little letters on the numbers. Now, if you push them in the right sequence, you can actually send a message to somebody without calling them. And this is called texting. So I'm really excited about my new phone, and I'm going to be able to take that fishing with me. But remember, do not wash your phone in the washing machine. Not a good idea. What else can I talk about? I think one of the biggest biggest lessons I've learnt in the last few weeks of trying to make videos is to be organised. You've really got to be organised. There's been a few times where I've gone fishing and I just haven't spent enough time getting organised. So, you know, to get up early and to go, you need to just have everything there, pick it up, get in the car and go. I went fishing the other day and it took me like an hour and a half from the time I got up to the time I got on the water. And by that time, I sort of missed my window of opportunity. So that's another thing I've learned. What else have I learned? What else have I learnt, Callum? Things. I've learnt things, apparently. I'm also learning how to edit a little bit better. So, you know, the videos that you've been probably watching by now are probably edited okay. What I might do is, what you've probably already seen, is I'm just going to put the rough edited videos up first, just to give you an idea of how bad I am. But I'm starting to get better at it. So I'm editing out all the ums, so I say a lot, which is interesting. That's something that I found out about myself. I also grunt a lot when I cast my lure out. So I've been editing out my grunts, which is interesting. I'm grunting because I'm probably just fat, you know, basically, to be honest. And so I'm trying to work on that too. Also, with the editing, I'm really working on trying to shortening the videos. Now, the videos that I'm editing now are about half an hour long. Now, I know that, you know, most people these days have got ADHD and they like to click on a video and watch 3 or 4 minutes of it and that's it. You know, I don't think my videos are going to be like that. I think they're going to have a bit of a length about them. So I'm hopefully trying to keep them down to about 15 to 20 minutes. But at the moment I'm struggling because I film so much amazing and exciting stuff that it's really hard to cull that stuff out and just have the action, okay? But look, fishing's been okay. I've been catching a few salmon, I've been catching a few flathead, a few wrasse. I've hooked a few fish and lost them. Caught a mackerel the other day. So the fishing's not too bad, but we're talking about northern Tasmania here. And more specifically, we're talking about the Tamar, which is, you know, on the scale of fishing, out of 1 to 10, in Tasmania, it's about a 2, to be honest. I mean, I know there's going to be probably people here that say, oh, we love the Tamar, and we go fishing there all the time, we catch heaps of fish, and you're just doing it wrong. Yeah, okay. That's, I thought that was the police, but it was just the GTA 5. Drive carefully, son.
When you're doing it to a car,
Right, okay. Where was I? Yeah, the Tamar. Look, it's about a 2 out of 10 compared to the rest of Tasmania. I know the locals are going to probably say, you know, it's great fishing, blah, 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 you're just not in the wrong place and you're not doing it right and you've got to do this and that. And yeah, that's fair enough. But for me, the way I fish, you know, just light line, soft plastics, it's not that good compared to, you know, when you look at it, the East Coast. The East Coast is much better suited to my style of fishing. So the waterways are a little bit smaller, the tides are a lot smaller, there's a lot more variety of fish, you catch a lot of bream, you catch a lot of silver trevally, plus, you know, flathead and all other sorts of fishing. And it's just a different environment over there, even though it's only about an hour and a half drive away, only not even 200 kilometres away. It's about 150 k's. Probably, no, it'd only be about 120 k's as the crow flies from here. But it's totally different. So you get really golden sandy beaches and beautiful estuaries like you get, you know, on the northern New South Wales coast. And there's no one there. There's just not many people around. And even better, even less people that fish with soft plastics and out of kayaks, you know. So, you know, they're there. They do it, and, you know, I don't want people writing on my you know, thingamy-bob underneath here saying, oh, you're full of shit, I go fishing, da-da-da. Yeah, that's fair enough. I know that there are a lot of people out there, but what you've got to understand is when you compare it from here to the mainland, massive difference. You know, on the mainland, I think, you know, every fish would have seen a soft plastic, you know, but down here, you know, you're catching fish that have never seen a soft plastic before. You're going into places that have hardly been fished. You know, it's just amazing. You get up Muscle Row Bay there, and Anson's Bay. I mean, a lot of people go fishing there, but compared to the mainland, not really. And you know, the fishing that they do is different sort of fishing. They do a lot of bait fishing in Tasmania. So yeah, when you go out there flicking a soft plastic around, you're in for a really good chance of catching good fish, you know. And I've been fishing on the East Coast and I've caught 30, 40 fish in the morning. Big bream, big trevally. It's just great. It's just different. But anyway, we are in the Tamar at the moment, and we'll be still fishing in the Tamar for a while. Hopefully we'll do a couple of trips over to the East Coast, and then eventually we're going to move there. Also, another thing, viewers, an update on Betsy. So, old Betsy was running a bit rough lately, coughing and farting and carrying on. So I decided that I would give her a tuna. Now, I was going to send it into a servo and get someone to do it, but it would have cost me a few $100, probably more. and so I've decided just to have a go at it by myself. Now, first of all, first stage was to change the spark plugs. Now, went to the shops, got a little spark plug spanner thingy, and I undid 3 spark plugs, couldn't undo the 4th. I actually broke the spark plug spanner, which was a bit of a drama, but that's alright. I drove into Bunnings and I got another Duvalaki that fitted the spark plug, so a spark plug Duvalaki. I went and got another spark plug Duvalaki, a good one this time. Big hello to Bunnings, one of my sponsors. Now, they got back, undid the spark plug, put them all in, connected all the leads up, and I tell you what, it is purring like a kitten. I have not heard it run so well since the time I bought it. Now, when I looked at the spark plugs that were in it had a really big gap in them. The spark plugs that I bought from Auto One, another one of our sponsors, the guy from Auto One said these are specific spark plugs for a 1986 Holden Jackaroo wagon. And I went, you beauty. So when I compared them, they're totally different. So I'm guessing that the spark plugs that were in the motor originally were the wrong spark plugs. So now we've got the good spark plugs and it is singing like a bird. It's beautiful. So old Betsy's good. And today we washed old Betsy. So we're really happy with the way old Betsy's come up. She's shiny and she's mechanically sound and it's ready for fishing tomorrow. So we're excited about that. Also, just a bit of a quick note. I am not sponsored by Jeep and I also don't own a Jeep. I just bought a cheap hat. Okay, they were on special at Ray's Outdoors when they had a closing down sale in Tassie a few months ago, and they were about $5 each, knocked down from $20. So no, I'm not a big fan of Jeep, I don't own one, and I'm not sponsored by them. But Jeep, if you want to send me a few $1,000 to wear this hat, then feel free. But anyway, that's about it, and cut. My wifey's home. Surprise! Steffi, you're on YouTube. Hi. How did you go? You didn't bring any food home, did you? Oh, wow. What did they cook this time? Oh, Jesus. Is it really? Yeah? Oh, well. Yeah, that'll solve my bowel problems. Yeah. Say goodbye to constipation. Oh, that's good and it was nice? Oh, good. You look lovely too. You look lovely.